Hey everyone, Wes here for Family Gamer TV, and I'm at the European press event for the launch of Skylanders SuperChargers, which is the latest entry in the Skylanders game franchise. And I'm here with Guha Bala, who's going to talk to us about the game. You're the president of Vicarious Visions, and you previously worked on Skylanders Swap Force. So tell us, where did the name SuperChargers come from?
Well, SuperChargers the name comes from what we love to have as an attribute in all of our vehicles, the ability to charge them up and have an over-the-top vehicle fantasy. The new line of Skylander characters are called the SuperChargers, and what they do to the vehicles is essentially supercharge them to unlock amazing new mods, abilities, combat boosts, things like that. With Skylander SuperChargers, it's an epic vehicle adventure experience where you have seamless integration of on-foot with over-the-top vehicle fantasies. And to be able to really fulfill the fantasies, it's not just about what's in the game, it's also what's outside of the games. The vehicle toys have no basis. They're made to be played with. They're beautifully detailed and have great build quality. And the supercar here, we call this one Hot Streak, has wheels that rotate, so they're really fun to hold and play with in the living room. The deep sea exploration vehicle here, called Dive Bomber, has propellers that can articulate.
And we've got toys here from land, sea and air, and the game features elements of all of them.
That's right. So when we really thought about what would make the vehicle fantasy truly come to life, it's not just about land. The place the mind goes to first is, let's have cars, let's have motorbikes, let's have tanks, let's have drag racers. Yes, we have all of those. We said, well, in the Skylands, you're going to want to go into the sky. Let's have helicopters, let's have jet planes, let's have spaceships, let's have rockets. And then we said, well, where haven't we been yet in the Skylands? Well, that's on top of and under the sea. And here we have a whole new way to play an on-the-wave experience for powerboats and hovercraft, and under-the-water experience as well for vehicles. So you go on the water, under the water, deep-sea diving, in the sea experience. We put all of this together in a seamless epic adventure so you can have the ultimate vehicle fantasy.
Fantastic. And on top of that, we've got new Skylanders as well, and I assume support for the existing ones?
That's right. In Skylanders SuperChargers, we support your entire collection. This is very important to us. It's quite a difficult thing to do, as it turns out, because we have to give all the old guys new abilities and other things like that. But it's the one thing that holds our consumers together and says, hey, look, I've made my investment in my character. I have an attachment to my character. We give new value to it every time. So every character can drive in a vehicle. And can pilot that vehicle. Now, only SuperChargers can modify and trick out the vehicle. And every SuperCharger, there are 20 characters in total, pairs with a unique vehicle. And when they pair uniquely, they unlock the supercharged combination. A new set of insane mods, as well as combat bonuses.
And we saw some of them in the footage, and they are pretty insane as you described them. And notably, we've got here Stealth Elf, but she doesn't look much like Stealth Elf, does she?
That's right. We have 10 of our SuperChargers are actually returning favorites. This one is Supershot Stealth Elf. She's traded in her daggers for a splinter cannon. And what's important about this is we've done reissues in the past, but these are completely reimagined. They're bigger, they're beefier, they have a different look to them, a little bit more mature, tougher, big brother, big sister look to this Skylanders. They have all new upgrade trees and all new moves. Now, they also have signature elements of what defines the character, so Stealth Elf can go invisible, like she always does, but will now use that ability in a totally different way with her splinter cannon.
And on top of that, I can see they're perched on engines here, or what look like engines. Is that just for the SuperChargers?
So only the SuperChargers have the new engine base, and that distinguishes them from other Skylanders.
Excellent. And each one of the supercharged ones pairs with one of the supercharged vehicles, and you said there were 10 vehicles and 10 figures?
So each supercharger pairs with a unique vehicle, and there are 20 superchargers and 20 vehicles.
Fantastic. And of course we have a new portal here, which looks incredibly supercharged as well, and has an interesting little hexagon slot on it. So we have support for traps?
That's right. So in Skylanders SuperChargers, we also support the traps. Now, in this game, you don't trap and play as villains. What the traps do is they bring an elemental special weapon, a special ammo. So if you have a life trap with Gulper in it, bring it in and it'll get special life ammo. And if you have Gulper trapped in it, then you'll get a Gulper Skystone, and the Skystone will be able to be played in all new version of Skystones and SuperChargers. We call it Skystones Overdrive.
Fantastic. And that also, that term at least, Overdrive, I know ties into a prelude book that you've got coming called Rift into Overdrive, which talks about the story a little bit. So can you tell us what's going on in the story in this game?
So Skylanders, the story is very important. You know, every game is given a epic adventure to our customers, and the story element is something that we build on in the books, in the comic books. In this story, Chaos is back, and he's actually winning. He's teamed up with the Darkness. The Darkness has a personality and a form this time. And he's built the Doom Station of Ultimate Doomstruction. And it can actually eat parts of the sky. It eats away at the skies and tears the Skylands apart, and is taking away all the magic out of Skylands. Now you as the Skylander have to use the special ability of the SuperCharger vehicle and the SuperChargers to put it all back together.
Fantastic. Now, we saw in the gameplay you've got some interesting volumetric fog and some amazing water effects. Is there anything else in there that we can expect to be surprised with?
So, surprise and delight is at the cornerstone of everything that we do in Skylanders, not just in the big things, like bringing vehicles to life in a whole different way of playing, but it's also about saying, what can we do with every game level to give it a unique feel? Not only from a visual standpoint, but also a design and playability standpoint. So in the level that you saw today, we developed a volumetric fog that really brings the sky into the skylines. You can reach out and touch these clouds. And the clouds obscure and occlude enemies, treasure, other things, and you find clever ways of working your way through mazes, of clearing the fog in areas to reveal where enemies are hiding, other things like that. Now in other levels, you're riding on the back of a dragon, and the whole level shifts as the dragon sways from side to side. And we have another level that's a crazy farm where you can shrink and grow the animals to get through the level. And these are ways that we can play up the story fantasy, the level theme, but fundamentally make it really important to gameplay. It's all about a tailored experience that really accentuates your sense that you're in the Skylands, in this magical place that you can get ultimate toy experience and game experience.
And can that experience be played with multiple players as well?
So what we're talking about today is our classic co-op experience, and that the entire adventure can be played on foot and in vehicle in co-op. On the vehicle sections, you'll have one vehicle, one guy is the driver and the other guy is the gunner, and they can switch back and forth, and there are unique advantages to doing each in our co-op implementation. We'll have a number of other things to reveal down the line as well.
And can we mention online at all? Is there any online?
We can't mention anything at this point.
Okay. Now, one of the things we mentioned about the portal was its new design, but it's not actually required, is it, this time out?
That's right. So we, of course, offer a new portal design. There are many customers, many kids that are really just growing into the franchise right now, into Skylanders. So this may be their first video game, their first console experience. And for them, we have a complete set of portal, a starter pack that has Hot Streak, Spitfire, and Super Shot Stealth Elf, along with this awesome new Portal of Power. Now, for returning customers, they already own a portal. We're not going to require a portal purchase. We'll have a digital portal owners pack for all the systems other than Wii and 3DS that have lower rates of connectivity. And so for those customers, they can purchase online just the starter pack in a digital format. And if players remember from the tablet version, there's also an instant character that comes along with it. So they have instant Hot Streak and Spitfire, and they can play with their entire old collection of Skylanders through the adventure. And of course, as they see the need and the desire, can add new toys to it.
You mentioned Wii. It's interesting that you bring that up, because we kind of thought at Family Gamer that the Wii might be cast aside this time, supported.
No, the Wii and 3DS both have a complementary experience to the main game. It's a full-featured, fantastic experience that's being developed for Wii and 3DS. So I think Wii and 3DS customers are going to be really pleased with what we're able to offer this year.
That's great news for a lot of families. And I assume mobile as well is carrying on this year with SuperChargers.
That's right. We have full tablet support for Skylanders SuperChargers. We're really excited about that for Trap Team, and we continue to bring that as a major piece of our offering this year.
Brilliant. So one of the other aspects of the game, the previous games, was the soul gems and the little video inserts that you got within each of the levels. Is that kind of thing going to continue this time out?
Yeah, we'll have soul gems. There'll be a soul gem ability for every new Skylander, as before, and we'll have new soul gems for them. Now, in addition to soul gems, as the additional abilities, there's a lot of the value and replay of it is not only in the puzzle modes and the additional objectives and the secrets, it's also in the mods that you can collect for your vehicles. So one of the new elements that we're adding this time is randomized mod drops. It's really like randomized loot throughout the levels, and this is the ultimate way to really build out and pick out your entire vehicle collection.
We saw a great one, which was like the propeller for the new character here, which was like a rubber dinghy or something.
Sort of like a turtle with a turtle head, and only in the Skylands we call him Mr. Squeaks. Only in the Skylands could you have a submarine modifier, propeller modifier called Mr. Squeaks. And we can do that because we're all about expanding the creative experience within Skylander.
And do you have a particular favorite beyond Mr. Squeaks?
From a mod standpoint? From a mod standpoint, I really like the supercharged version of Hot Streak. I really love the additional abilities that it gives to the vehicle.
Cool, and those magic moments with the vehicles and the superchargers are, yeah, they're pretty wondrous, I think.
Well, the magic moment is always the center of the introduction to the character. We want to make sure that our players see the vehicles as magically as we do, and have the kind of wonder that we have for vehicles as well.
Brilliant. Well, I've got to say, Skylanders SuperChargers, it's looking great. The toys are fantastic, and the fact we've got some articulation in there is brilliant. So we're looking forward to getting our hands on with it as soon as we can. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the game?
I'm just very excited to bring this to our customers or kids all over the world. You know, with Skylanders SuperChargers, I think it's the biggest innovation from a play pattern that we've done to Skylanders since its inception. Fundamentally changes how you play the game in land, sea, and sky, as well as on foot. There are innovations big and small here, and it presents a huge amount of value, I think, for the player as they're adding each incremental toy. They get whole new play patterns that they unlock. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited because when I see the kids playing it, it brings together the fantasies that I think they've had for a long time in a totally different way.
Well, thanks, Guha. That's a brilliant introduction to Skylanders SuperChargers. We're looking forward to playing with that later this year. Do you have a release date?
We do. In EU, we're releasing on September 25th.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you, Wes.